platform from books to TV and now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. So let's start talking. The number one thing people ask me about is dieting. And the problems with conventional diets is that they depend on willpower. Let me ask you a question. How many of you can hold your breath indefinitely underwater? Pretty hard, right? Possible. Why? Because your biology will always beat your willpower. No matter how much you want to diet, it ain't going to work. What you can do, though, is nudge the biology blubber in the right direction. Now, the first thing you got to figure out is, what are you measuring? What does success look like? Well, it turns out it's not your weight, it's your waist size, which is the best predictor of health. The ideal waist size, measured at your belly button, is about half your height. Take a look at this chart and see what your waist size should be while I take you through mine. I'm 6 feet 1 inches tall, so 6 times 12 inches, because 12 inches is a foot, is 72 inches. Add 1 more inch, that's 73 inches. Divide it in 2, 36 and a half inches. If I'm more than that, I got too much belly fat going on. If you've got too much belly fat, problems start to happen. And here's the big one. Let's look at the omentum. This is an animation. That yellow stuff there, that's the omentum. And that pad, we're going to get rid of that for a second. There's the liver up there, the gallbladder, the green stuff. And there's the stomach of the food you ate earlier today, and it's being pushed down to the small bowel. Your bowel is going to mix that with bile, the green stuff from the gallbladder. And like a soap, it'll wash it and help it absorb through this very thin wall to the big portal vein. This vein carries all the nutrients to the liver. No matter what you eat, the liver's going to metabolize it and send it out to the body. If you eat healthy stuff, the liver's going to love that. If you eat unhealthy stuff, the liver will turn fat. This fat liver afflicts a quarter of the population. And then this omentum starts to get ponderously large as it pulls way across and becomes that big beer belly that so many folks have. Now, I got news for you. Men after the age of 40 never buy a new belt size. What do? They slip the belt under the fat, right? And they walk around like this. And they waddle around like this all the time. So you actually got to get the folks in your life to measure their waist size, not the belt size.